Paul Craig, he just destroyed Jamahal Hill in the first round. Not how I saw it playing out. I did say I thought this would be the opposite way with Jamahal Hill starching Paul Craig in the first round, but I just have to point out this. This is really my only assessment of the fight because it was so short, right? Jamahal Hill said, "Hey man, don't forget, jiu-jitsu was my first martial art. You know what I mean? Jiu-jitsu is like I got a trick up my sleeve and all that good stuff. And while it's easy to talk and it's easy to say all of these things, the first thing that happened when Paul Craig pulled guard, Jamahal Hill, he used his arms as posts on the ground, and one of the cardinal rules in jiu-jitsu is you never put your hands on the mat. Hands on the chest, not on the mat. We want to know why? Because when your hand is on the mat repeatedly, like it was for Jamahal Hill, Paul Craig grabs it, transitions to an armbar, and snaps it off, and now it's a wet fish dangling around, right? With that being said, AJ, give me your assessment of this fight.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly it. You hit the nail on the head, Derek. Once everybody saw him post his hands on the mat, with somebody like a tactician like Paul Craig, man, it's basically, you know, null and void at that point. You better just hope you have all your limbs at the end of the match. And I mean, you could debate what you'd rather have, a dislocation or a snap of the femur or the snap of your forearm. But either way, it's rough. And I think that just goes to show the level that Paul Craig has above Jamahal Hill. You know, yeah, Hill might have said this is his first martial art, but it looks like Paul Craig has been working on it a little more meticulously, sharpening those tools up a little bit more than Hill had. And it just showed, man. It was a quick win. It was nasty. One of the nastiest dislocations we've ever seen. And I don't know about you, Derek. You know, I could ask you which one you'd rather have, the Jamahal Hill dislocation or the Jacare Souza snap. Either way, they're both pretty rough. And I think I'd have to go with the snap, my brother.
Yeah, I got to go with the snap because it was quick and that was it. It was like snap, done. Not dislocate and then flopping around. You know, the closest thing that I got to a break is I dislocated my pinky. This thing still don't work all the way. You know what I'm saying? So, like, with that situation, it's just like I just worry about the long-term effects. Because Jamahal Hill immediately said he wasn't even tripping. He was just looking at it like, damn. He was like, I'll be back. Don't worry, I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? And I think he will be back, but might have to make a switch to orthodox or something. Use that left hand as a jab hand or something. Because when your power hand gets snapped up like that, that's when it's a little bit rough. But with that being said, man, I just wanted to note on this before we move on to the next fight. Paul Craig, at first, I don't know why. At first, I was like, damn, he seems like he's a little scared. You know what I mean? Like he might be like a little worried about this matchup. And then as the fight drew closer and it became that beef, where Paul Craig, when he did his little lap around the octagon pre-fight, he was looking at Hill like, yeah, what's up? And he had to get pulled back. I think the referee was like, hey, bro, you need to chill or else we're going to have some issues, you know? And he came out like a bat out of hell and just, like I said, man, sometimes you need that. And who's to say if this fight would have went 3 rounds, maybe it would have turned out differently. But that initial attack and approach of Paul Craig was nasty. Man, the Bearjew claims another one, and at this point, it's a 4-fight win streak and its 3rd finish in a row, man. So Paul Craig's only 33 years old, man. This is a force to be reckoned with. It's just a tough test to pass in the 205-pound division. You know what I mean? Having a submission artist like that. But you got anything else on this one, AJ?
Nah, my brother. It was really good to see, and like I said, it's not exactly how I thought it was going to play out, but smart move by Paul Craig to get actually even pull guard and get the submission while they're both dry.
Yeah,
classic.
Absolutely. I will say, Mike Swick, you know what I mean, big OG UFC dude. He said, he was all like, listen, man, I'm not too high on Craig because I don't like how he pulled guard. And once again, you do that against a dude who is a little more savvy, who doesn't post his arms up like that, and he just elbows your face in after you pull guard. It might be a long night, man, but you know, if you pick your battles, and listen, he won this one. So.